Hello there and welcome to episode 2. In today's episode we are gonna be doing, roll the dams please, Planet Amok Nightmare. This is gonna be boring. Let's go on directly with the video. Okay, we are loading in our first map of Planet Amok on Nightmare mode this time. Unlike yesterday where we did normal. Nightmare is supposed to be a little harder. The thing that makes Planet Amok or Nightmare harder are these basic cards, basically the debuffs. Preferably choose the red cards, which are immunity and champions. Immunity basically makes the enemies immune to crowd control effects like stuns or pushbacks or something. And champion just spawns you a boss each 5 waves, which shouldn't be that difficult to deal with. Not gonna lie. Thankfully, in the last episode we got the speed card. A bit frustrating that we are not gonna be able to have to trade her up to get the fortune trade. Preferably, if you get one of the farms, be it Speedwagon or Takarada, this should be the first units you should roll on. And get the legendary trait Fortune, which shouldn't be that hard to get, to be honest, but it will help you a lot overall, so you should get it. That's the first thing of today. Getting Fortune on the farms is actually very needed and very helpful. So preferably, if you get one of the farms, start rolling on those before you start rolling on anything. Because the chances for you to get a mythic trait, which is not solar is like the worst mythic trait, it's just like a marksman, which is another legendary trait, but it offers you a small crit chance buff. So preferable, just start rolling on your farms. Maybe you'll get fortune as fast, and fortune will help you a lot, especially in this game where you need fortune from the get-go. Or overall, it makes the game a lot easier, just as in all the games. Once you have a trade for more gold, it just makes it easier. So once you start Anime Vanguards, if you start Anime Vanguards and you get one of the farms, which is Speedwagon or Takarada the Legendary, start rolling on them until you get fortune. Again, if you get like a Deadeye, Ethereal or a Monarch, you can freely blame it on me because I guided you to roll on them. But again, the chances are low. Furthermore, in today's video, after we finish the 6 stages of the story, we are hoping to get that freaking saber. We are in real need of that saber. And again, as I said in the last video, why we need saber, evolved or unevolved, saber does that repulsion, and that repulsion is one of the best things in this game, especially when you start off with. After we get saber, we have to see what we're gonna do. We don't really need Takarada just yet. Like, you're gonna need 2 farms once you open the 4th slot, which is level 10, and I don't think we'll be doing this until, I believe, until we reach double dungeon. Once we reach double dungeon, that's when we are gonna unlock that that slot, most likely. But it's gonna be a long way until then. That's gonna be in the weekend. Preferable if you can. If you are willing to grind for experience just to open your slots, 4th slot, 5th slot, 6th slot, play in the weekend. In the weekend there is a 2x buff in experience gain. So preferable to play then, because everything will just have more meaning. And as you can see, I got the farm, but I'm not upgrading it. Why, you should ask? It's because it's not really... I mean, it's worth it, but at the same time, it's a waste of money at this point, when I can just focus on Vegeta and just finish the stage faster, you know? So overall, we won't need to upgrade Speedwagon now, maybe in the legend stages, especially in the legend stages of Sand Village, Double Dungeon, or any legend stage, especially the first 4 story maps. No, Maybe when we are gonna have to farm for the first time actually would be in Shibuya Station, which is the format, but again, there is a long way until then. So further on with the education lessons. As you guys know, in this game there are many days just as in other games, and they all kind of have a meaning, but preferably if you start rolling on a unit that's a damager, roll until you get the legendary trait Blitz or above, including Solar, even though it's trash, it's good to keep it, Solar, Deadeye, Ethereal, or Monarch overall. So preferable, just roll until you get a Blitz on a unit, and afterwards just move on to another, so that you are more flexible on your units. A good thing to do is basically you can go look up on wiki, the page wiki, telling you what trades are good for what unit, or you can check out on my Twitch and go ask me, hey Dino, is that a good trade for my unit? I won't hesitate to answer your question. I always read the messages in my chat, even though I'm a loser and I barely speak English. I'm gonna try my best. If you guys don't know, you have my Twitch here, Dino110. Go check it out. I'm live every day, or at least I try to be if I'm not sick, like I'm today. And we are trying to start a new series on the YouTube channel, which is gonna be long and boring. But yeah, as I said in the earlier video, and I'm gonna mention in every video, the goal of this series basically is showing that Anime Vanguards is still beginner friendly, even though everybody's saying that it's trade reliant and monarch reliant. Basically, monarch being the rare state like a glitch in Animal Last Stand, or what other? I'm not really into other tower defenses. I believe it's called Sovereign in Anime Rangers. Unique in Anime Adventures. Oh, the Anime Adventures were good days, not gonna lie. But yeah, furthermore, the basically the goal of this series is basically to show that Anime Adventures, Anime Vanguards, it's still a fun game to the beginners. As you can see, we got Phaser there. Oh, we've opened him in the index as well. That's nice. Just because of the champion. As you've seen, the first one was immunity, basically doing absolutely nothing to the enemies, just making them immune to pushback, which again, Saber does. That we really need. We want Saber. Hopefully we're gonna get it at the end of the video. So basically Saber would do nothing in that stage, would just deal damage. And Champion, as you've seen, spawns a boss which has a tenth of the normal HP of the boss each 5 waves. So the bosses that the stage will spawn will not impact your gameplay at all. Them being useless and you having like a free Vegeta. It's so easy to grind for. And as you're gonna see at the end of the video, do the nightmare stages is actually needed. Once again, for the pure reason that Anime Vanguards has some achievements, which are some fixed challenges that you have to accomplish, and you're gonna get some extra rewards out of them, which is pretty neat, if you ask me. Thankfully, we don't need any real materials besides some stat rerolls, which we are gonna roll on Vegeta once we have the chance. We are gonna have 100% potential, 100% potential as well. Sorry for repeating myself. That's gonna be nice. Basically, traits are not that important in the beginning of the game. They are obviously a big part of the game, especially at the end. Traits, as I said, traits are a part of the game, but more on the end side. Evolutions are basically the pedestal of the game, but we are still gonna try to beat it. Evolve less, just to show that it's actually doable, because many people believe that it's not. Which again, it shouldn't be, but we are gonna try our best to see if it is. This series is not only to like showcase that the game is only for beginners, as I mentioned a million times at this point, and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but it's also like a test for myself to see if my knowledge can beat the game. Because that's a thing that I'm very proud of. If you come into my streams and see that thing, is that I'm a very proudful player, basically telling myself that I know everything about the game. And I really think I do. So this series will show my two colors. Am I really a dumb guy thinking that I'm smart, or am I a dumb guy that's dumb? That didn't sound well, but it was right. If you guys don't want to have animations, just saying, because the animations annoy you, you can just go into settings, scroll down, and you have things here that you can disable, as we are going to do here. One thing that I highly dislike, and I recommend to just turn it off, camera shake. Absolutely useless. If you want visual effects, here you have it. You won't have any visual effects anymore. If you have a low performing engine, like a low PC or a phone, maybe low details mode, but I will keep it on. I always keep it on. I hate low details mode. We are gonna turn on visual effects, and one thing that I highly recommend to remove as well, remove damage indications. I mean, okay, we finished the stage. We can go further. Yeah, so damage indication is very useless. It just tells you how much damage the enemy lost. Doesn't help you with anything at all. So just turn it off. Just makes lag. Again, we might turn on visual effects as well, but I don't really feel the need to it. It works just well, and you guys can get like a visual representation of how the units attack with it, because many of you don't know or have it turned off as well, or many of you have not played the game maybe. One thing that is highly needed in this game is experience. It makes such a big difference in units, that experience. Unfortunately, there is no way for me to obtain it. I wish there is. The way to obtain experience, there are many ways. One of them, and the most efficient way, would basically be infinite farming. That's the thing that I did on my main account, and that's the thing that basically allows me to max. Uh, um, it's not even the search of the word. It allows me to max around 30 units if I really need to, from level 0 to level 1. Another thing that would work just as well would be fusion. Basically, fusion, as you guys know from Anime Adventure, or not from Animal Austin, because they do not have that mechanic, is basically using lesser units like rare epics or legendaries, or even mythics if you do not need them, to upgrade the level of certain units. You might use fusion in the beginning of the game. It's a good idea. But hopefully we are gonna get Saber, and we are gonna use the fusion on Saber, because using Saber in our state with level 1 won't be good enough. So from the get-go, guys, do not sell any units that you get from the banner, rare epics or legendaries. Keep them all in your inventory and use them as fusion material. That way your units, like Vegeta or Saber or any other mythic that you're gonna get, will have some levels when you're gonna fuse them. Because if they are level 1, they would be useless. As I said, level is highly needed in this game. For some small boosts, doesn't really matter. The damage buff defense with levels, it's very... I won't say small, it's in between average. It's not a big defense, but it's not a small defense either. Thankfully, I'm getting bored out of my freaking mind. So, from now, we are just gonna go unmuted and we are gonna play some elevator songs for the following two stages because this is getting boring. So, hit you guys on stage 5. Hey there, Future Dino here. Unfortunately, some video files were corrupted, so the video cut off. But we are gonna continue where we left off. Bye bye. Not gonna lie, that elevator music made me sleepy. We are back with the stage 4. This boss is the most annoying from this map called Giyu because he spawns 4 bosses based on his HP bar. And when that second boss is spawned out of him, he becomes invincible. Basically, he's untouchable. He's immune to anything and everything at the same time, which is the most annoying thing on the planet. Furthermore, we are back with a boring commentary about the game. In the meantime, while that boring elevator music was playing, I was thinking. I said in the first video that the Guilty Gear units are highly underrated for recommendation of units, which I have to say that I self-contradicted myself. Whenever somebody comes into my chat and asks, "Hey Dino, I'm starting anime Vanguards. What unit should I take?" or "I'm a beginner. What should I have?" I always, like an idiot, say the same rehearsed phrase. Ah, get Saber, sheer pulses. Oh, get Lancer, he has Rupture, which basically stops bleeding. And they are easy to evolve as well. I never once recommend a Guilty Gear unit because, as many players from the past, Guilty Gear is an update that many players want to forget. Because it was the bringer of doom, the update of PvP, which nobody liked. Nobody liked the PvP update. Why? It was insanely buggy. And by that I mean, it was unplayably bugged. That's where Anime Vanguards got its reputation of Anime Vanguards. It had it beforehand, but that update submitted it as the pedestal of jokery when it came to Anime Vanguards. So when people talk about Guilty Gear units, they don't want to hear a phrase of them. They don't want Guilty Gear to exist because Guilty Gear was never there. There is a simple saying. Just a second. Just a second. I was looking for something real quick. I forgot to edit it from the first moment I stepped foot in here. I had to have it. Should have been mine. So, going back to what I meant when I said nobody wants to remember about the Guilty Gear update, it goes something like, there was no Guilty Gear update. Remember, there was no Guilty Gear update that ever happened. That's why the recommendation of the Guilty Gear units is always forgotten, or the Guilty Gear units all over. Brisket, which is an electric type unit with her yo-yos, is the only Guilty Gear unit that is actually bad. Or not bad, below good, I would say. Average, mid, however you want to call it. The other units, Gear Boy, it's just annoying to play with having such an insane mechanic to understand. Not Good Guy being a very high DPS with the burn. And then there is Kazi as well, which Kazi is one of the best units in the game if you understand all her mechanics. Being a support and a high DPSer at the same time, which is insane, but everybody always forgets about them because there was no Guilty Gear update. Which is totally understandable, because nobody liked PvP. Unfortunately, the units are actually good and they kinda have to be used. Again, they are not good for endgame purposes, just for beginner purposes. That's why nobody is talking about them, even though they are broken to have as a beginner. We made it to the 6th act stage, so we are at the end of our wits. We're gonna do this stage. We're gonna go summon for Saber. We are not gonna get Saber, and we are gonna be done for the video of the day. So again, if you start the game, go for Saber, as we are trying to now. Afterwards, go for Lancer. As we again are gonna be doing after we get our Saber, and then go for the units of Kazi, Gearboy, and not good guy. If you want to, of course. There are some other units that you could use as well, like Goku Angel. But again, I do not recommend to use Goku Angel because he's very high demanding to evolve. That's why I always recommend Saber and Lancer, because they are not also good, they are also very easy to evolve. And I'm gonna explain in the next video why going for other units is insane besides Saber and Lancer. So stay tuned for the following update where I'm gonna give you information on why you should summon for Saber and Lancer and not someone else. Thankfully these stages are not taking long, so the videos are not like 1 hour long. Thankfully the Legend stage episode, which is gonna be like episode 5, because we gotta do this Sand Village story and the Sand Village Nightmare story. Afterwards we are gonna have our first Legend stage, which will be the Sand Village Legend stage, where we should encounter our very first problem from our series, which will be the 6th story stage boss, or the 3rd legend stage boss, Sasori. And you're gonna see that one in the next episode on why Sasori is hella annoying to play against. That's why I said in the first episode, Anime Vanguards is not a game of full power, it's a game of knowledge, knowing what to do. That's why veterans have such an experience playing this game. Not only in power, like somebody, let's say I get Monarch on this account, I get one reroll, yes, and I roll directly Monarch on, let's say, Sanjinu by mistake, because that's the only mythic I have, Sanjinu. I'm still gonna be better than Sanjinu player, not only because he has it unevolved, but also because I know what to do and how to get him. He doesn't. So that's gonna help us a lot. If you guys will enjoy the series at the end of it, once we finish all the story stage maps and most of the legend stages, because most of the legend stages are gonna be insanely hard, we are gonna use this account to finish boss rush alone, to finish rifts alone, and to finish raids and dungeons alone. But that's only up to you guys. So if you like this series, don't forget to leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe and unsubscribe thereafter, because nobody likes these kind of videos. I'm just gaslighting myself. Okay, less than a minute until we finish this nightmare. Okay, so unfortunately I was kind of dumb. Do not place your Vegeta here. Place him here where this one is placed, so that you get the range in. Because if you place him here, you do not resolve much, not gonna lie. Thankfully, the one Vegeta should be enough to finish this map as well. And at the rate that we are going, I was right. I think we are gonna have to use our farms for real for the first time in the legend stage of Sand Village. But I'm not particularly sure of that just yet. We are still gonna have to wait for the 5th episode for that. In the meantime, I think we are gonna get enough experience on our units that we won't really need that boost. Thankfully. This boss stands for 10 seconds. Half HP, revives. Just an easy grind, guys. The beginning is hella like the most beginner friendly tower defense when you're starting the game out. The difficulty is non-existent. So, return to lobby. We finish our goal. We've done all the story stages on Nightmare. So what we are gonna do? Yes, summon for Saber. We need that Saber. We need a saber. So what you're gonna do, you get these gems that you always do, you collect. We got some tutorials as well, because you go to achievements and you have these challenges. That's what we have been doing. You do this all night, man. As you can read, you couldn't find the description. Let's go on Sand Village. Clear Act 3 of Sand Village on Nightmare difficulty. So that's what we've done here. You get this present, which is nothing impressive, but you get this Nimbus Cloud, which you're gonna select from your inventory. We have 50 sands beans, which we are not gonna use. We are gonna keep them. And you have some movement. This is just to flex on your friends that do not know that you get the Nimbus Cloud. So we have a saber in the middle, and we have a saber on the side, which is awesome because our chances just increased of getting saber. So we are gonna use all the gems that we got, 3,000 of them, to summon for that particular saber. Hopefully we are gonna get anything. So let me teach you something, guys. Oh, we got an Inumaki, nice. So let me teach you something, guys. So you see, to skip the animation, you go into settings, and you have here, just let me look for myself because I did not look up. Auto sell units with trades, auto sell, auto fuse units, skip summon animation. Yes, we skip summon animation, and now, whoops, now we skip the summon animation. We might get something. We got the a Black Goku. Awesome. We got the Takaoda. Unfortunately, we do not need him at the moment, but it's good to have him because Takaoda is broken. Okay, so we do not have place for our units anymore. Black Goku, if you guys don't know, is the best unit for as a legendary. It's the best legendary. We are gonna lock our units that we need. And as I said, we use fusion on our only mythic, and we are gonna fuse everything from here. Because we don't need anything beat rare or legendary. There's another thing, auto fusion, but I don't really want to bet on it. But if you guys want to use it, you guys can use it. I didn't really try it for myself, but we can try it together now for the first time. Unfortunately, we do not have enough gems to summon that much anymore. Please finish selecting. Okay, done. Level 31. Big jump from our level 9. Level 31 actually. So we come here, we have auto fuse. We select the unit, Vegeta. Back. And we summon for saber. You know what's unfortunate? I didn't select what to fuse. Like Adams. You have to select what to fuse as well. To select what to fuse, you just have to select the rarity that you want to fuse. And once the color is turned on, it means that it's in use. Basically, you would either delete your units for money, or it will... Oh, we got some gems from here as well. Awesome. Or it will fuse, like here. Terrible. I'm in pain. So unfortunately, we didn't get our saber. Whoops. Wrong picture. I sent the wrong picture in. Alright, so I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my Twitch chat as well. We try to stream daily as well, and to post these kind of videos as well every day. It's a pain. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Bye.